is Bill Walsh, and I'm here representing the Young family. I was the former director of the Young Family Center in New York City, and I'm presently one of the 3 directors, along with Mari Lewis and Holly Sweeney, of the U.S. Academy for Teacher Training. The Young family has been asked to create a series of lessons in Cloud Hands. First, they put together a video of many people from all over the world doing Cloud Hands and sent it to China, so those people who were quarantined had something to do at home. And now we've been asked to do a lesson, since the Western world is not as familiar with Tai Chi, and maybe a lesson would make it more interesting. So what I intend to do is to do a warm-up exercise that will help you understand the movements of Cloud Hands. And then I will break down the movements of Cloud Hands and put it all together for you. Additionally, I'm going to teach it through the filter of the 5 directives, which is a set of priorities in teaching which makes it easier to teach it. And that is doing the footwork, and then the body, and then the method, the hand, and the gaze. And I will refer to each of them as I teach it. Now first, I would like to do the warm-up exercise. And to do the warm-up exercise, I'm going to ask you to sit down just a little bit, like you have a stool behind you. But sit down just a little bit. And then what I want you to do is to turn your waist and let your arms swing. Now try to just be as relaxed as you can, as if your arms were ropes with big knots on the end. And actually what I want you to do is to swing as far left and right so you have your full weight over the foot, 1 foot at a time. Now this is an exercise I've often done for 15 minutes just by itself to loosen up. But I just wanted to show it to you. I will refer it to you. Now the arms are to be relaxed, so if I were to move my waist faster, the arms would move faster because they're just like ropes with a knot on them. Okay, so that's the exercise. So now I would like to move into the actual instruction of the movement called Cloud Hands. And in Cloud Hands, the first directive would be footwork. And that is, as we were sitting before, our feet are to be shoulder width. And that means the outside of the feet match the outside of the shoulders. Now you have some leeway there. The idea is to make yourself comfortable, but this is an advantageous position. And in this movement, what we're going to do is bring the weight over the left side, and the foot steps out. We step over it, have our balance over it, and the foot comes back in. Now, to better understand this movement, I want to share with you one of my favorite props. Always trying to better understand the foot. The foot has 26 bones, so it's quite a collection of bones. But the 3 most important places on this foot is the metatarsals of the big toe joint and the little toe joint. These, together with the heel, form a triangle. And you can see that the heel actually touches the ground more in the front of the heel than the back of the heel. And so that's what we want to think about, the front of that heel and those 2 joints. And that formed a solid base of the foot. So when we move, what we're actually going to do is first put the big toe down, and then we roll down to the pinky toe and the heel. And when we come up, the heel comes up, pinky toe, big toe. So it rolls and rolls. Now we're going to try that. So in this movement, we're going to take 3 to the left and 3 to the right. Okay? And so we're going to start like this, and we actually turn our waist so that we can peel up the foot, have the full balance over the right foot, pick up the left, take a longer step. Step over the foot, turn the waist in the other direction, and put the foot down. The waist is actually turning to the 45 as we pick up. Turning to the 45 as we pick up. Turning to the 45. Turn to the 45, the foot comes in. Now we do 1 for nothing as we go back the other way and pick up the foot. We had to do that extra movement so that the right foot would be free. As we have the weight over the left side, as the weight is over the left side, the right foot is free. I'm stable here. I can pick it up and take my movement. Okay, so that's the movement of the body and the footwork. Now the body has, to better understand how the body is used in this, we will refer to the 4 points of the 10 essentials, which are guides to how to move in your body as you do Tai Chi. And the first one is that the head is raised and suspended. And what that means is that you're lengthening upward as you begin. In a very small movement, it's more thinking it than actually pushing. You can overdo it. So it's just the thought of, like you would if you had a book on your head, or some people have a string they think about, pulls them up. But I sometimes push down, and as I take it off, I feel a movement up, and I can follow that. And so a few times in this, I will talk about a movement that is initiated and that you follow. So as the head moves up, the shoulders and the elbows, which are the second point of the 10 essentials, are dropped. And you can feel the weight of the elbows, of the whole arms, of the hands. And as this relaxes, then the third point, to relax and bring in the chest, raise the back, helps us to be free in our upper body. Now as we move on to the fourth point, which is the waist, which is method, the 2 points of the method are relaxation and waist. So we relax by actually being suspended and letting the weight fall down, relax, and to encourage deep, slow breathing. The waist moves, and as the waist moves, you can see that it moves the arms. And the waist is used tremendously in this exercise. So in this exercise, the waist turns and I step. The waist turns and I step. The waist turns and I step. So the waist is very important for bringing our mass over 1 foot. So the next is the hand. And as the waist turns, the arm goes out. And I want you to follow that movement. You're going to maintain this curve throughout the whole movement. And as you're sitting and the waist turns and the hand goes out, you let it continue. And as you step and the weight gets on that left foot, as I turn my waist, the hand, now it turns over from a ward off, lift up and hold, to a grasp. And then it falls down, just letting it go. And here's where the arm is turning. It's turning in the joint. And I'm always going to keep space here. So it comes in front of me. Comes up, over, and up. Now, in this movement, I actually do both arms. So I'm going to show one arm, and I'm going to show the other arm. Now you notice there's an initiation by the waist, and I'm following it, lengthening in the direction away from my body, creating a curve. And when I actually do this now, which I'm going to, I start by bringing my left hand out, freeze up the left foot, and I step. And as I turn, as my waist turns, the right arm comes out. And now the right comes up, and left follows. Left comes up, and the right follows. And so on. Now, the last point is gaze. As I start and I step, I'm following this arm. Now, my gaze is not short-sighted on my hand. It's taken in what's in front of my hand, but also in a very diffuse attention. So, as it comes over here, now as this arm comes out and is coming up, and this left hand is going down, my gaze turns to this hand, turns to the hand coming up and turn. Coming up, that's 3 movements to the left. I need to go back and forth. I'm going to free that right leg. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this.